Well, I think the way you get them to do it is by modeling it. At the end of the day, you model a life of godliness and responsibility, and some will just instinctively recoil from it. And this is something we have to keep in mind. Not everyone is going to like it, but some will be very attracted to it. And so I don't know. In fact, someone just today asked me the very same question. She works with juvenile offenders. And she said to me, Steve, what can I say to juvenile offenders to make them want to take up some responsibility? And my answer was, well, there are a whole bunch of things you can say to them, but the most powerful thing, and she works with boys, so the most powerful thing is for boys to see a man or an older boy who they kind of think, I would like to be like him. When they see someone like that doing the very thing, that's the most powerful thing for them. So how can we get more of the youth to sort of not be sort of just frittering away their lives? Sociologists talk about infantilization, where children are kept in a state of childhood for much longer now than, say, it would have been some time ago. You see them, grown adults walking around with sort of hats with furry animal ears. I don't want to condemn this as necessarily sinful in itself, or sort of grown men who sort of haven't moved out of home and spend their time gaming and things like that. I don't want to be harsh on anyone. But this is something that is a bit of a problem in modern society. And I do actually think that the best antidote to a culture that wants to keep us infantilized, because an infantilized culture is a culture that basically will just consume media, not hold governments to account. And as long as you've basically got your Netflix on, you've got your Xbox, your fast food, and whatever else, you're basically happy, and the government can do whatever it wants. And that's more or less what, let me be frank, that's pretty much what happened over the last 2 years in Australia. Government was basically able to do whatever it wanted to us. How? Well, again, as long as you've got some money in the bank account, you've got enough entertainment on television. Yeah, I don't mind being locked inside for 200 days. It's a controversial thing to say. Sorry?
We just need more maths.
Well, that's good. You made use of the time. That's good. But no, in all honesty, it's modelling, and that is a huge ministry, actually, I think, for Christians. Huge ministry. Like I stress, I'm a pessimistic optimist. I think there are dark times ahead, but the darker they get, the brighter we are. And our role is to actually exemplify what the Bible describes as a mature human being. And when we do that, those out there who are just not satisfied with the superficial messages coming from the wider culture, they will want to imitate. And you sort of brought up Jordan Peterson, Susanna. I mean, a lot of that's in a sense what Jordan Peterson did. He just became the father of tens, probably hundreds of thousands of men. Probably the ideal husband for a lot of women as well, to be honest. And all by modelling, for the most part. And the other thing I can speak probably about men a lot better than I can about women, to be honest. No surprises there. Men need to be challenged by men. And I said to this young woman, I said, you can say all the right words to her, but men are such that they will lean on a woman for empathy, for care, for support. But when it comes to being challenged to sort of realize the man in the boy, that's often something that they can only get from a man. So women can be very, very helpful for men, but at the end of the day, men respond most positively to other men. It's just the way we are.